Very well. Now, this story right here sets the pace for our conversation today. So the import or export of used buses to Kenya from July 1st has been banned in the latest move by the government to protect and promote local assemblers. This comes amid tax incentives announced by the National Treasury, CS Okuriatani, in the 2022-2023 national budget, targeting the local motor vehicle industry. Now, the Kenya National Bureau of Standards, KEBS, plans to ban importation of all types of used passenger minibuses used in the country's thriving matatu industry effective July. All right, so let's put all this to perspective. Let's now just understand how many vehicles you import on an annual basis from 2019. Now, the numbers you have on your screen right there are some of the figures that we prepared for you just to get to understand this one. Let's look at 2021 and how much people imported. So the overview is that used cars imports went up by 21% despite the COVID price rises. Of course, Kenyans defied the COVID-19 pandemic to import an upward of 21% of vehicles. We'll be looking at that data. They'll be telling us what they've been observing in the industry in a short while. Now, Kenyans imported an extra 13,753 units of second-hand vehicles up until September 2021. Let's give you more figures on the same. Very well then. The overview also is that the imports by September hit 78,304 units. In 2020, the imports were 64,551. There's a 13% jump. But in 2019, which is the highest in the number of the years we are reviewing, 80,057 units were imported in total. Now, this is not only trucks, Ambassador and Bona MD. These are just the general figures as we had found out by the KNBS. Let's look at the expenditure on imports. Now, the average vehicle, a small unit, costs between 868,780 to 940,395. Of course, there's been a surge right now in the prices of vehicles, and the price hike was caused by the harsh economic times. And of course, we saw manufacturers go a bit slower on manufacturing of vehicles, and that has also caused a global shortage, which is why there is a price increase. Let's look at the expenditure on imports still. Ports in source markets like Japan remained closed due to the ban of travel in 2020. Used car prices in Kenya rose up to 33% between March and September 2021. Let's look at one more slide just to get to understand where we are currently. Now, who is selling us what and how much of market share do they hold? Vehicles from Japan dominate the Kenyan market in the second-hand market category. And of course, they command up to 80%. They normally say the car in front of you is all the Toyota. And now let's look at the vehicles that you people are your favorites. These are the ones that you people buy the most. Mazda Demio is loved. Toyota Fielder is also loved. I think for commercial purposes, my guests. Toyota RAV4 comes in there. That is the SUV. And then Toyota Vanguard, which is also an SUV. And Nissan X-Trail, some of the most popular models in Kenya. Of course, that is, those are just some of the figures. And I guess this one comes from the affordability of some of the spare parts, maintenance, and of course, fuel consumption. Joining me now in studio are two gentlemen